Hi everyone, this is Venkat. Today we are going to discuss about MRP2 workings. In the last video I have explained you how to install MRP2. Once the MRP installation is done, I will tell you how the MRP will work. First of all, we should know what is MRP2. MRP2 is the process of creating an MRP system that allows manufacturers to account for the raw materials and human resources needed for their manufacturing process. MRP2 touches on operational and financial planning, but also explores contingency planning that create additional paths forward when issue arise. There is no proprietary software associated with manufacturing resource planning, and therefore there are many solutions offered. But almost all the manufacturers use some kind of software to create an MRP2 system, and Focus-9 ERP is one among them. Focus-9 ERP is one among them. MRP software is usually modular and has various components that includes a MPS, a master production schedule, technical data, bill of materials, production resource data, inventories and orders, sales orders, procurement management, which includes complete purchasing, materials requirements planning, shop floor control, capacity planning based on the equipments what you have, cost control and also reporting. This is MRP2 planning. So one more thing I want to tell you, there are other tools for business planning, tools management, sales analysis and project management. So these are the two tools which we run through MRP2. MRP2 integrates many manufacturing process, so you can organize and manage them. So it's purely depend on the sales orders as well as independent orders. What is an MRP system? MRP system is used to collect all the data from MRP1 and MRP2 and have it reside in a single place. This helps managers with production planning, inventory planning, raw materials purchasing and purchase scheduling. The goal of an MRP system is to avoid issues like over or understocking. It also helps you plan all the manufacturing activities including procurement, production and delivery. Now the question is how to create a MRP system. When creating a MRP system, there are three key resources management and manufacturing process inputs that are necessary. One is MPS, the master production schedule. The MPS is the number of end goods and the timing you will provide them by. Estimate this by looking at your customer orders and demand forecasting. The second is ISF, means the inventory status file. The ISF is the real-time data on your inventory. This information lets you know what you have in stock and where it's currently warehoused. It provides a picture of all the overall status of your inventory. And the third key point is bill of materials, which in short we call it as a BOM. The BOM is a list of all the raw materials, components and anything else necessary to manufacture or repair your product or service. These three inputs show you the raw materials that are available for production and when you need them. Then the manufacturing resource plan can help you keep the lowest number of materials on hand while planning and scheduling manufacturing activity. Why is manufacturing resource planning is important? Manufacturer resource planning allows for a more productive and tight production schedule that keeps costs low. But it also provides valuable data from the production floor you can use to address issues that slow down manufacturing in the past, so you don't repeat it in the future. There is also a reduction of workload that results in greater efficiency. When you apply resource planning, the data you collect helps you plan ahead and make more accurate estimates that lead to greater profitability for the company. In the past, stock control and management were the only tools manufacturers had to run efficiently. Manufacturing resource planning is far more effective in managing resources and making more effective plans. Its use saves the company money, time, and labor. Why is production scheduling is important? Okay, it is hard to overestimate the role production scheduling plays in the proper functioning of a manufacturing company. Every business has to ensure that it uses its resources reasonably while completing orders in time. Material assets, workers' time, and production equipment have to be well managed to ensure that costs do not eat away the profits and that customer expectations are met. Production schedules are created to detail when specific workers should use specific equipment and materials to make a specific product. Companies can use either forward or backward scheduling to allocate resources. Okay, plan production and make the necessary purchases that go into fulfilling customer orders. In production scheduling, there are two types of scheduling. One is forward scheduling, one is backward scheduling. Forward and backward scheduling are the key concepts in production planning. Now we have to know what are the differences between these two approaches, which one should choose for your manufacturing business. I will tell you about the forwarding scheduling. Okay, forwarding scheduling means fulfilling the production orders as soon as possible according to the availability of the necessary resources. In a forward production schedule, tasks are scheduled in a row. In order that they come in, the manufacturer provides the customer with a possible delivery time as a prediction that accounts for resource availability. Basically, forward scheduling answers the question, when at the earliest can production start? Forward scheduling makes perfect sense, especially in serial production. When an order comes in, add it on the top of the pile. It is easy to make sure that your workstations are loaded airtight. This is a simple approach to planning. The customer tells you what they need and you tell them when it is possible delivery time is. However, straightforward this approach is, it might not work very efficiently if you make to order to produce according to the sales forecast. Okay, so there is no dependency on the sales forecast in forward scheduling. It might happen that a lot of orders are filled long before they need to shipped. They take up storage and keep assets standing. Okay, so in forward scheduling we have to procure so much planned inventory and we have to dump the inventory, which we call it as assets. Okay, and other orders go overdue because requested delivery date was not considered while planning. So there is no proper date. As soon as you get a order, if your machine is free, you will through that order and you will deliver it. Okay, so I will tell you the benefits of the forward scheduling. The clear cut and simple premise of forward scheduling offers some convincing benefits, but it may also become a disadvantage in some environments. The benefits of the forward scheduling are easy to schedule manually, high rate of labor and machinery utilization as jobs are piled on top of each other. In this case, we have to pay more money to the laborers, and also machine utilization also will be on the higher cost. So we have to take care of this. The disadvantages of the forward scheduling are higher inventory holding cost due to jobs being completed earlier than necessary. So we have to hold the stocks in advance, okay, with finished products requiring handling and storage space. Even after manufacturing, we need large of space to keep those stocks. Okay, so it is again a space consuming. Longer lead times as production is always scheduled to capacity which cannot be increased when new orders comes in. When you have already manufactured based on the forward scheduling, the stocks are dumped in the warehouses. So if any new orders you get, then it is very difficult to manage and to dump the stocks. The risk of material stockouts due to material being consumed in advance. Sometimes if you want to take up the new order, you may not have the material. When an unexpected high priority orders comes in, there might not be enough to necessary materials available to fulfill the new orders. There is a little room for rush orders. A rush order could derail the current production, procurement and delivery schedule. Okay, these are the benefits, disadvantages of forward scheduling. What is backward scheduling? Okay, backward scheduling is also referred as a reverse scheduling or just in time manufacturing, means the production orders are scheduled according to the client requested delivery dates. Whenever we take any order from the client, they give a delivery timelines. Based on those timelines only, we will deliver to our end customer. When a customer puts an order and requests a specific deadline, production is scheduled so that the order is fulfilled precisely by its due time. Simply to put, backward scheduling answers the question, when at the latest can production start in order to fulfill the order in time. Manually done, it is cumbersome task to make sure that every single operation gets planned correctly. Considering workstation loading, planned maintenances, holidays based on your calendar. Okay, that is why companies that want to employ this scheduling approach need to make use of manufacturing ERP system that make sure that all the orders are scheduled so that they are filled just in time. When a requested delivery date is not attainable, that is when resources are not available in the necessary quantity in the time frame the customer provides, the software will notify you instantly. So the benefit of using Focus9 ERP, it will benefit you in so many ways. Okay, so let me tell you about the benefits of backward scheduling. Although backward scheduling is much more complex than forward scheduling due to accounting for many moving parts, there are some substantial advantages to using it. These includes lower inventory level thanks to order being completed just in time, resulting in lower inventory holding cost. Increased production efficiency thanks to optimal use of capacity, shorter lead times, okay, more flexibility delivery time for the customers perceptive, which increases customer satisfaction. Okay, these are the benefits of the backward scheduling. Okay, so in the next session, now I am going to show you how to use this MRP2 module in Focus9. I will show you step by step. Okay, so let me show you how to work on Focus9 ERP. To run MRP2 in Focus9 ERP, you need to log in with your credentials. Once you are logged in, make sure that all the masters like You have a masters here. You have a plant master. You have a capacity master. You have a work center master, and you have a process master. In the last video, I said about the calendar in MRP2. Okay, so you need to place your calendar timings, also your working timings from Monday to Saturday, whichever days you work in your company. So I will just show you what is planned here. Okay, plant means in a manufacturing company you will have different plants. Okay, you may have plant 1, plant 2, plant 3 or plant 4. So I have taken example as plant A and plant B. I'll just edit this and show you. Here you need to furnish your plant name and the plant code. Okay, only just a small information here. Okay, once you define the plant, then you need to go to masters again. Okay, go to MRP. Then you have a capacity. Capacity means it's a capacity master. Okay, in capacity master also you need to give what is the capacity. You can define the capacity, like if you have a capacity, say in a plant I have a capacity A and capacity B. Okay, so for this capacity, which calendar I will follow? Say I have a machine which produces in shift 1. Okay, capacity A machine which will produce in shift 1. I have a capacity B machine which produce a lesser quantity, and that it will work in the second shift. So I can even give the capacity and attach my calendar here. So first you have to define the calendar. Okay, then you have to attach the plant to that capacity. Okay, then you have to define which shift you are going to work. Okay, so if you have a different calendars in a different shift in a different plants, so you can attach that particular calendar here. And here again the capacity category, the capacity is machine or a labor. Okay, so I am defining as a labor here. Then I'll close this. Okay, I will just show you the calendar also here. I have a calendar here. Okay, so I just type here, I'll just type the shift name. Okay, I'll select the calendar. I have defined only one calendar here. You can define multiple calendars also. I define calendar A as shift A, calendar B as shift B, or I can define calendar C as shift C. Okay, in calendar A, I am saying my company is working in the weekdays from Monday to Saturday from time 9 AM to 6:30 PM. This is my calendar. Okay, and also I am defining here from when my week will start. Okay, this is the calendar. First you have to define the calendar, then you have to create the plant, then you have to create the capacity name. Okay, you have to create the capacity name. In the capacity you have to attach your plant. Okay, then you have to attach your calendar. As I said, you have to attach your plant and you have to attach your calendar. These are the important things which you have to remember. Okay, once this is done, then there is a work center master. What is the work center master in MRP? Work center is treated as a machine. Okay, I have a different work centers here. I have a machine A, machine B, or you can call it as M1 or M2. Okay, this work center, I'm just editing one work center and showing you. Here I am defining a work center name. Okay, then I am defining here again, this is my machine. Okay, for every work center, for every machine there is a routing values. Now again a capacity is attached here. Okay, which capacity of machine is attached to this? Okay, how this will produce this capacity? For example, I have a machine. Okay, every 1 hour it produces some quantity. So how to define that values? Okay, first we need to go to the routing values. Here we have a default values. Okay, default value means a standard value, and default value means I have 7 input standard values which I can define to my work center. Say I have a production quantity for hour, okay, standard value STA, okay, in short we call it as STA. STB, okay, STB means that machine, if I have some cool down time or some cleaning process, I can define even those inputs here, okay. So STA default value 1 means it is 1 hour, okay. So whenever I schedule this machine, okay, this calculation will be done based on number of hours as well as other inputs I have to define. Like if I have a cool down time, I have to give the machine cool down, okay, like I can mention it is here, I can mention like this, okay, standard value, how much time it will take, okay, for every 1 hour of production, how much cool down time I need, okay. This you need to calculate as per your formulas what you defined in your production. The production manager can explain how this can be calculated, whether the cool down can be half an hour, 15 minutes or 1 hour, whatever it is, okay. So that formula has to be maintained and that value has to put. So what happens is, along with this production quantity per hour time, it will get added. Suppose if my cool down time is 15 minutes, so whenever I do a production, it will consider this 15 minutes in addition to the STA value. So it will take 1 hour 15 minutes for each lot, okay. Like this we can have 7 values can be defined here. So this is the main thing you have to remember in work center. Also the formula, how this formula will work, I will just open the Excel sheet and show you, okay. So in MRP2, this is the sequence we follow. Whenever we receive an order from customer or we make an independent self order, okay. So here I am giving an example of the customer that I have received 500 quantity of a finished good, okay. So if I want to plan this, okay, so whenever I run the MRP, I will have order to order or manual, okay. So if I want, I'm just giving an example, okay. If I want to manufacture from this 500, okay, based on the formula STA, okay, I'm by default values this, every hour my machine will produce 20 pieces of quantity, okay, 20 pieces of quantity. Now to produce 100 pieces, what is the calculation here? Now you can see B3 into C3 divided by D3 means, you see here B3 is my planned quantity into number of hours divided by how much it will produce, means divided by 20. So I am getting 5 hours for 100 quantity. My scheduling is taking 5 hours to build the product. Like this you have to plan the formulas and you have to input in STA standard values as well as capacity formula you have to define, okay. This is scheduling capacity formula, okay. I'm just correcting this capacity formula, okay. This you need to understand. If you understand this, then MRP2 is very easy to implement, okay. So many of the people will confuse how to define this. The basic things, the basic inputs are, first you need to ask any production manager, what is your process of MRP2 for a finished good. Then he will say the first checklist is my raw materials, the second checklist is my manpower, then the third is my machines. So other than this, any other components like any other used components which will take time in production, those you need to collect and you have to define a formula and arrive to his calculation, okay. Once this is done, MRP is through, okay. So once these things are mentioned, okay, in the last video I have shown you how to configure the MRP, okay. After configuring, now I will go and put one sales order, okay. I'm just putting one sales order received from a customer, okay. Please make sure that whatever sales order you are putting the FG, the deliverable goods, okay, the deliverable goods. Okay, from customer A, I received FG item order of 500 quantity. Okay, he has ordered me for 250 rupees. Okay, and he is expecting this delivery should happen on 30th September. 30th September. Okay, I'll just save this. Okay, once this is saved, this is my FG item. Okay, make sure that this FG item bill of quantity should be in place. Okay, bill of material. I am showing you the bill of material. Okay, this bill of material I have broken into two bill of materials. I have two stages here. One is SFG and one is final FG. Let me edit this SFG BOM and show you what it contains. Okay, here I have input. Okay, raw material 1 and raw material 2. I need 1 quantity. Okay, so if I give this input, then my output will be my SFG item which will get produced if I use this material. And what is my costing percentage? Okay, so I can give my costing percentage also here, 100%. Okay, so based on the calculation of your end product, you can give the costing percentage here. Okay, this is my first level of BOM. My second level is once my SFG is ready with me. So this SFG I am treating as an intermediate product, not the final product. Now I am going to the final BOM. Okay, in this final BOM, my inputs are, you see, my SFG is highlighted here. Means whenever you see this is highlighted, that means this particular item has its own BOM. Okay, that is the reason this line is highlighted. Along with this SFG intermediate item, I am also using raw material, one more raw material here. Okay, along with this, and then I am producing an output of FG item as 1 quantity. Okay, so here I can give the costing, whatever the costing I want, I can give it, and I will save this. Okay, so once this is saved, okay, here you will get all the bill of materials list. Okay, you can see the versions also here. If you have changed your bill of material, this will be changed in a form of version. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this it will save. Okay, at the time of issuing, you can use whichever version you want. Okay, this is one. And also in the item master, let me take you to the item master and see what all products I have. I have a raw material 1, 2 and 3, and also I have SFG item and I have FG item. Please see here the item type. Okay, the item type, if you double click this, you will get the item type. Okay, for raw materials you have to select item as a raw material type. Okay, and whatever intermediate item you produce, you have to give as an intermediate item. Okay, this you can call it as a semi-finished good. Okay, semi-finished good. For the final product, you have to give it as a FG item. Okay, in the FG item, when you go to replenishment, you have to give as a, you have to select the BOM, whichever BOM you want, you can select it here. Okay, so like this you have to give it. Okay, so here the SFG BOM, it is already attached. Once you create the BOM, by default this BOM will be attached to this product. Okay, so now I have created a sales order. Okay, after getting this sales order, now I am showing you the backward scheduling, how to run the MRP process. To run the MRP process, okay, in the menu search you just type MRP process. MRP process. When you click on MRP process, you will get this menu. Okay, now you have to give your end date, till which date you are checking your sales orders or independent orders. You have your planned independent orders, also sales orders. If you want to see all orders, you can click on all orders, or if you want to see only sales orders, you can click here. If you want to see only independent orders, you can click here. If you want to see both, you click here, you give the due date, and click on load. When you click on load, all the sales orders will be loaded here. You have to select this sales order. Okay, in the bottom you have a lots breakup. Click on lots breakup. Okay, here you have item policies. Item policies means you can select order to order or you can select manual. The difference between manual and order to order is, manual means you have received an order of 500 quantity, but you want to do it partially. If you select manually, you can give whatever the quantity you want to manufacture. Okay, say I want to manufacture only 100 quantity, you can mention 100 here. No, there is a case you want to manufacture full lot quantity. So when you select order to order, whole sales order will be selected here. Once this is selected, click on preferences. Okay, once you click on preferences, here you have routing. Okay, here you have routing. Okay, routing is the major part in MRP process. I will tell you about the routing also. There is a routing process here. Okay, routing process means like you have a routing process here. Okay, for every level of BOM you need to define a routing process. In routing process, what happens? Okay, I'll just tell you, clicking on new, you have to give the routing name and for which BOM you are generating a routing, you have to give. You can even generate multiple routings also for one BOM. Okay, I have created one routing. I will show you. I'll just edit and show you. Okay, I have given as an SFG BOM. As per your norms, you can give the code of that particular routing and you can attach that BOM here, and you can click on add new. When you click on add new, okay, you will get this menu. Double click on this, you will get this menu. Here all the routing values which you have defined, okay, in the capacity, okay, in the work center. So those default values will be loaded here. Here I am saying in the routing process 1, okay, I have to give the process. This is the process master. Okay, in the process 1 I am saying these are my default. In 1 hour time I am saying I want to produce 18 numbers. Okay, I want to produce, this machine will produce only 18 numbers. Okay, if I want to change, I can change also here. Okay, by default it will be loaded here. You can change also here. Okay, like this you have to define the routing for all the stages. Okay, so for SFG I have given that particular machine work center A. Okay, I'm showing you again work center A. What is my inputs for that particular BOM? The input, you have to select the inputs, and outputs you have to say pick item. So automatically from the BOM the item will be picked. Okay, once this is picked, you just save this, so that you will get this routing here. In for work center A I am scheduling one routing. Okay, for work center B, for FG item I am showing you now. For work center B I am using as process 2. Okay, I click here, it will tell you, it will see here this work center B. In the second process I am just for 1 hour my machine is producing only 12 numbers. Okay, like this you can give the routing. So in the second routing I am taking the first BOM intermediate product and the other raw material. By default it will be displayed based on the BOM. In the output you have to click on pick item. Okay, so whatever output you have defined in the BOM, it will be picked and you can save here by pressing OK button. Okay, once this routing is defined, then after routing, once routing is defined, you have to punch your sales orders. After punching sales orders, you have to run the MRP process. Now I will tell you how to run MRP process. To run MRP process, in the menu search just type MRP process. Click on MRP process. Okay, now you select the due date of your sales orders, till which date you want to run the MRP process. You will be displaying all the items. Now you select for which sales order you want to run the MRP process. When you just select this, click here. Okay, so it will be checked. After that you click on lots breakup. Then here I am selecting whole quantity of that sales order. So I have quantity here, planned quantity also I am taking as 500. Okay, so total quantity is showing 500. Then I click on preferences. Okay, once it is clicked on preferences, I select like this, I select whole like this, and I click on routing. When I say view routing, you can see what are the values available in the routing, and you can see the drawing of that routing. Okay, also you can see the BOM of that particular routing. Okay, so this is my end BOM FG item, and what are my inputs. Okay, like this you can see the routing. After this, now the next process is schedule and raise order. Okay, now you see the schedule start date is 18, which is before today's date. You need to choose any option from schedule screen, just cancel it. Okay, now it is giving the schedule options. Okay, production due date is 24/8, means actually I need to extend my due date. So what I need to do is I go to my sales order. Here you see I have selected the same date, so it is difficult to schedule. So it is giving a message, if you cannot schedule, within one day you cannot schedule this, because it has 500 items. Within one day you cannot schedule it. So you change your due date to September 30th. Okay, then it will become easier for you to schedule it. Okay, once you change the due date, again you go to MRP process. Again you give your due date as September 30th and load the sales order. Okay, select the sales order, click on lots breakup, select order to order. Okay, click on preferences. Okay, then you click on schedule raise order. Okay, when you click on schedule raise order, because of backward scheduling, it will schedule and show you according to your calendar. Now you see this particular item has been scheduled from 24/9 to 29/9. Okay, so if you just put your cursor here, it will tell you what is the start time and end time, and what is the quantity you are producing. So when it is getting started, so it is starting on 24/9 and it is ending on 29/9. Okay, it is starting at 2:50 and ending at 6:30. Okay, based on the calendar it will schedule. After this you can have one option here called explode bomb. You can have explode bomb, so you can see all your bomb here. Okay, now in the order type you have to select raise purchase request. Before this I want to tell you how to see whether you have stocks in your inventory or not. Now here you see you have all your bomb explosion here. This is the total quantity what you have planned. Okay, now available stock, it is showing 0. Why it is showing 0? Here we have not selected any warehouse. When you select the warehouse and click here, it will show all the available warehouse. If you want to select only one particular warehouse, you can select it here. So in that warehouse you can select it and you can click on get stocks for all products. Now when you click on get stocks for all products, it is showing in a red mark. That means the stocks are not available. Okay, so we need to procure this. Okay, we need to procure this. So I select the purchase requisition here. I'll click on planning. Okay, if you have stocks, what it does is it will reserve the stocks, okay, the available stocks, and it will raise only the pending requisitions. Okay, suppose I have a RM1 of 500 required as per the BOM. If I have a quantity of 200 here, it will raise only 300. Okay, that 200 will be reserved. Okay, then I click on planning. Okay, once you click on planning, here you will get MRP planning. Click on MRP planning. Once you click on MRP planning, purchase requisition will be raised, and here you will get order to be raised. Now it will ask you want a individual purchase requisition or you want a cumulative purchase requisition. So I will say raise one order for each row, raise one order for every row. That means within a single purchase requisition I am raising, and click on raise indent. Once you click on raise intent, you will get this message: procurement voucher raised successfully 1, 2, 3. That means it has raised 3 vouchers. Okay, I'll just finish this. Okay, I'll just finish this and then I'll go to the purchase requisitions. That means my material requisitions. Okay, I have configured in MRP to this voucher to be raised whenever I raise a purchase requisition. Now you see I have the MRP2 has raised 3 requisitions. Okay, now I select these 3 requisitions. Okay, all these 3 requisitions. Okay, and I need to order these products. Okay, to order these products I have defined a workflow here. I have defined a workflow like my MRP2 will raise a material requisition. After that I have to raise a purchase order according to the material requisition. After that I'll procure the items. Okay, so I have given a workflow as, I'll just show you the workflow. Just type design workflow. Okay, now you have to mention in your workflow which voucher is updating your stock. So here after my purchase order, my purchase voucher, I am directly updating my stocks through purchase voucher. My financials and my inventories are updating from this voucher. Okay, so based on this workflow, what you have to do is you have to go to your purchase orders. Okay, here I don't have any purchase orders right now. Now I will click on pending material requisition. All the pending material requisition will be viewed here. I will just select this. Okay, and convert. When I said convert, then I will select a preferred vendor, or you can have a multiple purchase orders also. I am just selecting vendor here. Now you see here the production order number is copied from MRP2, production order ID is copied from MRP2, and order reference order number is also copied from MRP2. Okay, once this is done, okay, now we have to get these items. Now how to get these items? I will go to the purchase voucher. I will go to the purchases voucher. Now I will see all pending orders here. I will select this pending order and say convert. Once I convert this, all the contents will be copied from my purchase order. Now I will select the required warehouse where I have to store these items. Then I also have a cost center here. I just select test as a cost center. Now all the contents will be copied here. Now I can define whatever the rate I have accepted with my vendor. I can define it here. Okay, now the purchase order is done. Now I will save this purchase order. Once I save this purchase order, all my materials will be available in my inventories. Okay, all my materials will be available in my inventories. Okay, I will go to my stock ledger. Okay, I am just going to a stock ledger report. Okay, I will select all my items and I'll just select as on date what is my stock. So it will show me what are the stocks I have procured. Okay, so this is showing 24/9. Okay, these stocks have been procured on 24/9. Okay, so I'm just changing the date 24/9. I will check up to 24/9. Okay, I'll just go to stock ledger. I'll give a date range. I just select next month 24/9. Okay, so it has selected the required date based on the scheduling. Okay, I'll just select OK. Now you see I have received RM1. Okay, here it is showing a received quantity. Okay, I'll just expand this. It is showing a received quantity. My rate, what is the rate I have procured? So like this, you can check the stocks. Once you confirm that the stocks are released, now the next thing is you have to release your production orders. Okay, just type release production orders here. Now you see MRP2 has raised two production orders, one for SFG and one for FG. Now our first stage is SFG item, okay, and the second stage is FG. Without getting intermediate product ready, FG cannot be built. Okay, so I get a due date here. You can check the due date here. My sales order due date is 30th September. So this FG I have to make it ready by 29th. Okay, so before that I have to make my intermediate product also. Okay, this start date and end date also, it will be managed internally based on the formula what we have defined. Okay, so what I do is I just select this SFG and I'll say release order. Once I release the order, then this order is available for me in the issues to production. Okay, I just select new. I select the main warehouse where I have stocks. Okay, once the order is released, you can see that production order number here. Okay, here I select the warehouse, then here I'll get whatever the orders I have released. You will see the production order here. Okay, then here it will show you the process also, which process you want to do it. So like this we can issue to production. Okay, then I'll save this. Okay, once it is issued, then you can go and check the production order status report. Okay, you can select all the production order status report and press OK. Okay, now it says this order is released. Okay, and it is not even started, just it is released. Okay, once it is started, it will show you work in progress. Okay, after receiving from production, it shows the total quantity you have planned, what is the received quantity and what is the pending quantity. If the order is fulfilled 100%, then the status will show that it is completed. So this is the MRP2 process in Focus9 ERP. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please subscribe. Okay, if you have any queries, you can put the comment in the YouTube comments line, so I will answer your questions. Thank you very much.